Hello there, and welcome to the Conspiracy Cupboard. So today we're going to be looking into the Colares incident in Brazil. I'll probably mention a bit about the Virginia incident as well, but it's a very fascinating case. So without further ado, cue the title sequence. Hey, there we go. So, welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much. It's been a month or two since I've recorded the last Conspiracy Cupboard. So, I'd just like to say thank you very much for all the recent new subscribers, anyone been checking out the videos, and anybody leaving comments. We'd just like to say a massive thank you. Yes, totally. I want to say a massive thank you. Oh, for God's sake. What do you mean, for God's sake? What are you doing here, Jim? What do you mean, what are you doing here? I told you to go and report in the field. You're meant to be out there right now. I didn't in the field. No, like out in Brazil. I thought I told you to go to Colares. You're meant to be using your magical powers to go there to, you know, interview people and things like that. Why did I do that? We've got clips. And I know we've got clips. So then why do I have to go? I just thought you wanted to go to the field. I didn't know this is the field over there. Never mind. Why would I need to interview people? I don't know. Maybe to get first-hand witness accounts of these terrifying things that have been happening over in Brazil, you know, in 1977. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. It's too late now, isn't it? Because we're doing the episode now. But anyway, so well, we were going to have some first-hand interviews from people. So, but I suppose you'll just have to deal with the clips that we've got. So we're going to provide you with some clips of people like Dr. Weaponized Dr. Carvalho. She basically was treating people over there that were being attacked by UFOs. Yes, that's right, attacked by UFOs. Having their blood taken. Yeah, having their blood taken by these chupa chupa, as they called them, which means suck, or the really good prostitute. You know, they could have been just a really good prostitution thing. I don't think that's what it was, to be fair. But anyway, yeah, so the incident took place in 1977 until about 1978. So it went on for well over a year. Yeah, they investigated the Brazilian Air Force, didn't they? Yeah, the Brazilian Air Force were there. Well done on saying Brazilian. Yeah, I know it's a very hard word to say. I know it is. Yeah, sightings officially started then in around August 1977. Yes, especially under the strange light anomalies. Yeah, strange light anomalies, something following them, some kind of object like an umbrella that was shooting down some kind of laser beam and appeared from the water. Yeah, that's right. These objects have been seen in the water, in the forest, flying through the air, attending from the sky. Yeah, these objects were literally seen everywhere, all over the place. I mean, they were coming out of the water, coming in from rivers, coming from the jungle, attacking people in their homes. So I'm going to show you a few clips now, so you can see some clips from, like I said, Dr. Carvalho, and a clip as well about Captain Hollande, who basically witnessed this thing. He was one of the main military guys, basically leading the Brazilian military out there from the Air Force, trying to find out what the hell was going on out there. Now, they were armed with cameras and basically recording equipment, and we'll get to that just after these clips. So your first clip is of Dr. Carvalho and her experience, and then the second clip will be of of Captain Hollande, who basically runs through his experience of his encounter with one of these beings. So here you go.
Including Dr. Weaponized Carvalho. She has treated dozens of patients who claim they have been attacked. Initially, the doctor is skeptical about their stories, but soon she experiences a UFO sighting herself. It is around 6 o'clock. Carvalho is returning home from her shift at the local healthcare unit and sees a woman faint.
I looked up, and that which I had denied, that I didn't believe in, that I thought was the product of delirium, craziness, made-up stories, people wanting attention, I saw the object at the height of approximately a 10-story building.
The object is cylindrical. Carvalho suddenly feels paralyzed by what she is seeing.
Ele não tinha cor de inox, nem cor de...
It didn't have the color of stainless steel, or the color of silver, or the color of anything else. It had its own color, and it moved in elliptical movements. It was directly over my head, making elliptical movements and coming back again.
E voltava novamente.
According to statements from witnesses, at this exact time, the Air Force picks up a signal on the radar his men have set up on a nearby beach. As the team scrambles to focus their telescopes and cameras, the object disappears.
Eles tomaram a direção.
It turned toward the bay and headed out to sea.
Direção ao mar.
Holanda and his team continue their surveillance on Colores. They collect over 500 photographs and 15 hours of film, showing what appear to them to be bright lights high in the sky.
We could hear a sound like an air conditioner. That kind of dull sound. And deep inside the sound, there was a clicking noise, like the sound of a ratchet. This noise coming from the ship was very clear.
Holanda describes in detail 3 different encounters with alien spaceships. These are the drawings he made to depict his first encounter. He told the researchers that his second encounter occurred one evening while he and his team were standing on the beach.
The light came close to us and stopped high. It was high, quite high up there. But it stopped and actually made a circle around us. It made a circle and then took off toward the east.
The captain then describes his last and most shocking encounter. He tells the ufologists that he was visited by a humanoid from one of the ships while he was in bed.
I was lying on my side. Suddenly, a very powerful flash lit up the room. I was startled. I heard a strange thing, and immediately afterward, there was a being behind me, hugging me. It was a rather strange situation.
The captain then goes on to describe the alien.
It was 1.5 meters tall, more or less, dressed in a suit resembling an astronaut or a diving suit. It was kind of soft. It wasn't very tight. I didn't see the face. It had a mask that was lead gray, and I couldn't tell the details of the face. I didn't see any eyes. I didn't see any shape.
Holanda also tells the researchers that the alien spoke to him.
I was very frightened. And that thing behind me, hugging me, squeezing me. And it spoke into my ear in Portuguese, with a sound. It seems like a computer, that metallic voice. It spoke into my ear. Take it easy. We're not going to do you any harm.
Holanda says that the alien then disappeared.
Weird, right? Yeah, I know. Absolutely strange. So, let's start with Dr. Carvalho then. She basically said that she didn't believe any of these attacks. Obviously, she treated all these people. She was treating people, yes. And it wasn't obviously until she witnessed one of these things herself, UFO, UAP, whatever you want to call it, spiritual phenomena, who knows what this is. I mean, could it have been some of the military? Yeah, looking for like DNA, you know, resource or something. Yeah, you know, I'm throwing anything out there at the minute because this account, and like what you heard from Captain Hollander as well, you know, their accounts are astonishing. You know, she obviously didn't believe what was going on. She was there at the time. You know, it took herself seeing things like most people do. Yeah, you know, if I'd never seen you appear in front of me before, Jim, you know, I wouldn't have believed it myself. No, who are these? You know, some kind of weird talking, half drunk, you know, Rainbow Yeti. Yeah, who would have? Oh, who would have believed that? Knock over your drink. I nearly did. Yeah. So yeah. So there you go. There's your accounts from Dr. Carvalho and Captain Hollander. Now, like I say, there's thousands and thousands of reports. There's over 2,000 reports that came in of people being either injured, attacked. Now, one of the strange ones that I'm going to put forward for you as well was Carlos de Pauk. I'm terrible with names. Basically, this is the case of a guy who saw a ball of light enter his room. Now, this thing came in. He was basically half asleep on the settee with a cigarette, and just lying there having his cigarette. And I'm assuming it wasn't cannabis. No, it wasn't cannabis. Even if it was, it doesn't make a difference. You know, just saying. Like, the account still is valid. Yeah, okay. So, just that interesting. Okay. So, anyway, he claims that a ball of light basically came into his house. And this ball of light scanned him, went up his leg, and then felt like it maybe attached himself to him or it paralyzed him, basically. He passed out. And he only awoke because he dropped his cigarette. His cigarette saved his life. Smoking saved his life this time. Yeah, it did, by the looks of it. Or whatever was going to happen to him. And when it landed on his chest, he let out a scream. And this ball of light left the room and disappeared. Now, his family was in the house. They were, I assume, in asleep or in another room. Children are in there. Yeah, they were in there as well. They didn't see this, but obviously they heard him shout out. And then they ran into the room after. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this one, obviously it's one of the many accounts. If you go and look into the Colares incident, I'm going to play you a clip from Fazio Fickett, UFO researcher that was basically interviewed by Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp on Weaponized. If you want to go and watch that, shout out to Weaponized. There, Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, you are doing an absolutely fantastic job. So if you go and listen to the full interview with him, I'm just going to put a snippet up of what he basically said about this and why there's no records of things. Well, I mean, there's accounts of this stuff actually happening. Obviously, Captain Lande's accounts, but most of the photographic evidence and other things have been taken or disappear. Yeah, just as usual. You know, the government takes them and hides them away. Yeah, they do. So if the reason I find this on a sidetrack, the Carlos fireball sort of thing, because this is a small object coming in, but the reason I find it even more fascinating is because I've experienced something like this. Oh my God, yes you have. Yes, I did. So long story short, when I was about 18, I believe, yeah, 18, I think 18 and a half, 19, yeah, but around about there, I was sleeping on a friend's settee. I basically awoke in what I thought was a dream. And you know when a dream's sort of different, you know, the room's different, yeah, not always the same, yeah, that kind of thing. This time it was, what? Exactly the same. Yeah, everything was exactly the same. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. And I remember an episode of South Park was playing on the telly and it was still on. And as I looked over to the corner, a ball of light was in the corner. Now, I'm not saying this was a chuppa chuppa, sucky sucky, whatever. You know, I'm not saying this was one of these things. But I'm saying that some of these accounts here seem very similar to paranormal activity, which is why I do the channel and try and connect up different things between paranormal stuff, you know, UFOs like behind me here, you know, and things like this. Now, that ball of light paralyzed me. Now, I remember in this dream, we're going to call it for a moment, I managed to roll off the settee as it came over me. I felt like I was being pinned down, pressed down, you know, being physically held. Yeah, like I was being actually, like, held, yeah. And I had to, with all my might, get off the settee. Now, when I got off the settee, the ball of light kind of swooped into the settee, and I ran around the settee, into my mate's bedroom, who was there, because it was a 1-bedroom flat, and he was with a lady. Oh my God, are they bloody? No, he was asleep, and I would never run in there like a big girl's blouse if I'd not been absolutely terrified. And I ran in, and I'm like, yo, dude, Rich, screaming, and he remembers this. Because I asked him not long back as well if he remembered something like the weird thing happening. And he does remember him running in the room or something happening. But then we both remember just waking up. Don't remember what happened after that. I remember this ball of light came around the corner as I came into his bedroom. Next thing I remember, I wake up on the stage. No way, dude. Yeah. Oh my God. That's terrifying. Yeah. Do you think you got like some kind of alien or like, you know, a ghost did something to you? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just mentioning it because that happened to me. That is a true experience, you know, and I share my experiences through here, whether you guys believe it or not. That's another thing. So yeah, to me, it seems that this Solaris incident, as they call it, and the different vessels and things that they've seen. Obviously, I put a load of pictures on here for you as well to see the different vessels that were seen and that they drew. You know, some small objects, big objects, discs, weird looking pipe things, you know, all of them appeared to shoot kind of lasers out of them or things. That some of them appeared to just come out of nowhere and then disappear. Some of them appeared to go into the water then back out. So yeah, I just thought that all of these seem to be kind of more on the paranormal side than just on like an alien experience. But then again, are alien experiences, like I said, related to other dimensions? Yes, I've told you this many times. Yeah, I know, I'm just trying to figure out for myself and for the viewers whether it actually is true, rather than you just telling us, Jim, that it is true. Yeah, I know. Because they're not going to release some kind of stuffed alien yeti creature, are they? You know, because of the prejudices of your world. Well, yeah. So, anyway, here's a clip for you of Theo Fichetti on Weaponized, just basically telling you a little bit about why he thinks these things are being hidden. So
they'd have these beams, what looked like beams of light, hit these people, and they, a lot of them, hundreds of them, went to seek medical care. They had puncture wounds, what looked like puncture wounds, and they were anemic. So something jams into their chest and their bodies, takes blood out. It sounds like a sampling operation. There's nothing else like it. It makes you wonder, Tiago. I mean, who were these visitors? They don't act like UFOs have acted around the world. Maybe it's just some rogue group or a rogue program, wherever they're from. What do you think?
Yes, they're here. I don't know, DNA tests, blood tests, something like that. We don't have an answer for that. And well, if it was just one case, 2 cases, okay, it's like overreacting, something like that. But more than 2,000 people, according to Carlos Mendes, were attacked by these UFOs in many cities of the state of Pará and Maranhão.
So there must be a lot of medical records.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Are there medical records?
The medical records. Well, yes, we had it, but they vanished.
What do you mean they vanished?
Disappear from Brazil hospitals. Just disappear.
Well, so you'd imagine that there's a lot of people. It's kind of like in the Virginia case with the alien being or whatever is claimed. You have to imagine there's photos when people get injured and then they go to the hospital. Someone's going to take a photo of the holes in the neck. Have you seen any of those? Or
well, there are famous photos with people that got hit in the neck or in the leg or on the arm, under the arm.
So right then, yeah. So if you've not seen the episode yet, go and watch Weaponized. Great episode on there. Full interview with Theo Fichetti. I hope I said your name right there. And yeah, if you're interested, go and look into this more. Obviously, there's lots of reports out there. You can look into this. The military were there. You know, it looks like maybe some kind of US agents or people might have been snooping around trying to get evidence from photographs to video and things like that. You know, from local newspapers and stations. So yeah, let us know your thoughts and comments on this, please. What do you think was happening? Was it a paranormal event? Was it ghosts attacking people? Was it UFOs? Was it another military taking people's blood for some kind of weird experiment? I don't know. I think it was, what do they call it? Chuppa? Yeah, chuppa. Yeah. I don't know. They did these vampires. Space vampires. That could have been space vampires. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you around. Yeah, don't forget to check out our episodes. We've got another one coming up for you next week. Yeah, next week's episode, we'll sort of be doing a rundown on what's going on in the UK at the minute, looking at all the craziness. And is it as crazy as we all think? Is the smoking ban thing a bad thing? What could we change an alternative to? Like I've said, offering cannabis legally would be a massive, massive thing for this country. Oh yeah, and mushrooms. I don't know why they're illegal. No, I really don't know. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode, and let us know your thoughts. Have a great day, party people, and we'll see you later. Hey dude, what's up? I've got a joke for you. Oh, you got a joke for me? Go on then, what is it? What's black and white and red all over? I know this. What's black and white and red all over? A newspaper. No, you, if you don't bloody hotty hot and make me a cup of coffee. Gee, that's not a joke, that's more of a threat, innit? Go on, make me a cup of coffee. Okay, I'm gonna make you a cup.